This is a very nice block with an unfortunate name. It's known as Old Maid's Puzzle. And it's a very easy one to do because it consists of half square triangles and a couple of squares of fabric. It takes 5 of each colour at 3-inch squares, and they will be turned into half square triangles. It also has 2 2.5-inch squares in one colour and 4 in the other colour. I guess we all know how to do half square triangles. We just take the two pieces, faces facing each other, and then just do a line across, and then use that as a guide for a 1/4-inch seam on each side of that. So I'll get that started now. I've copied out the history of the Old Maid's Puzzle, which I'll discuss later. Very interesting. I've made all the half square triangles and now I've just got to trim them. I made them larger than they needed to be, so I had something to trim back. I'm using the Tucker trimmer, it works well for this. They were supposed to be 2 7/8, which is a bit fiddly, so I made them 3 inches and cutting them back and basically taking off just the 1/8 of an inch. Gives a bit of a room to play. There, still a couple to go, but it takes so long to line these up before I cut them that you'd fall asleep. I've got 2 more to go and then I'll put it together. The way I do it is to just sew each row, and the seams I put in one direction one way and the other direction the other way, so they'll lock in when it's put together. Right, off to the sewing machine. Okay, I sewed these together in 2s and then sewed the 4 together, and now I'll sew these. I don't know if I mentioned when I was trimming these back with the Tucker trimmer that I trimmed them to 2.5. It's a great gadget for this sort of job. So they all end up at 2.5. Now to sew the last rows together, and it's all done. It's a very quick block to do, very satisfying. And there it is. Just got to give it a tiny trim around the edges. Doing this take forever to line it up. And that's it, done. Now I'm going to give it a good going over with starch, stiffen it up a bit, and it's done. I love this block. I think it's clean, clear, smart, and it looks extremely modern. Of course, if it was designed in the 1930s, it has an Art Deco influence, which I think is very nice. Also, with these squares, one lot is cut in 2 and the other lot's cut in 4. If you reverse it and cut it the other way, you can do a mirror image, mirror block, which I think is pretty dramatic. Well, that's it. I'm going to include the sizes. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you get some benefit out of it. Thank you.